Innovating Education Learning World in association with WISE, an initiative of Qatar Foundation.
Media technology is everywhere. So how can young people make the best use of it? How can they be encouraged to use radio, TV and social networks to step up, voice their concerns, learn new skills and fight for change? We'll take a look at some projects doing just that. One change that still hasn't been fully accomplished is gender equality. In Sierra Leone, for example, women are still struggling to find their place in a man's world. Can encouraging girls as well as boys to get behind a microphone tip the balance?
Here at Radio Maria in Sierra Leone, the Girls Making Media project aims to give female voices a chance to be heard.
In this edition, we shall be discussing on the particular topic, the enrollment of girls and students in the Kamabai Secondary School, Biwalimba Chiefdom, Bombalidin Street. We have decided to talk about this because we have discovered that there are more boys in the school than girls, 60 to 40% respectively.
The project is a 3-year initiative launched by Plan West Africa. The aim is to educate young people about gender inequality, discrimination and violence, as well as teaching them skills including interviewing, script writing and radio presentation.
Particularly in the area of...
Before this, I didn't know how to do an interview, but through the Girls Making Media project, now I really understand how to interview and how to write scripts, and what my rights and responsibilities are. Also, what's discrimination? Before I didn't understand what it meant, but now I really do.
So this project is actually meant to bridge this gap so that the adolescent girls themselves can have a say, can have a voice to report on their own issues affecting them in their communities, in schools, wherever they are, so that the general public will be aware of these issues and take them on board to address them, so that they themselves can feel parts of the society to which they belong.
Around 25% of the participants in the programme are boys.
Gender discrimination is not fine at all. Man or woman, we all are the same. So I find it very important, me and a man, to talk about gender business.
As well as raising awareness amongst participants, the project aims to break down gender stereotyping and prejudice in their audience.
It's good for when people listen to Radio Maria because it's an educative program, then get picking in the carpet. So then they educate not only themselves, but the aged and also the one away them big pass.
I have been your presenter, Samira A. Hassan. I say goodbye and God bless you.
The project is running in Sierra Leone, Ghana, Liberia and Togo.
We've just seen how media can be used as an educational tool. How about using it to improve educational methods? Forbidden Education was a widely viewed documentary which put teaching systems under the spotlight. Let's see what students thought about it.
We'll decide what we want to be, want to feel and think. Today, more than ever, we have the resources to multiply and diversify our experiences.
Documentary film The Forbidden Education looks at alternative education approaches like Montossori and homeschooling.
I'm educating them so they can discover what really interests them and what doesn't, so they can work to improve society.
The film is causing quite a stir in this traditional secondary school in Buenos Aires.
porque para él todo es nuevo.
Actually, the point the film is making, and many other voices are asking the same question, is how can we stop children losing the desire to learn, which they had when they first came to school aged 5 or 6? The way the school is designed, in the sense that the chairs are fixed to the floor, so that imposes a certain posture. When the teacher comes in, we all have to stand, the raised platform, etc. You always end up learning what you want. I did that at secondary school. All I learned was literature. The point is that a school tries to make people learn more things.
The documentary was financed by crowdfunding. Around 700 investors contributed to the project, which was floated on the internet. It was released simultaneously in 130 cities across 13 countries and viewed by 18,000 people the day it was released.
The movie's born from my personal education experience, my path through primary and secondary school, and from having observed things in school, in the lives of my companions, in my life, which for me show a clear incoherence between what the school was proposing and what the structure was providing. It's difficult for many people to conceive that a state school could be something else than what it is. And I believe that it's an important problem, and this is why this movie exists. A lot of people don't even understand the concept and can't imagine a different school. If we want a different society, the only thing to do is love the children so that they learn to love others. Knowledge will come by itself.
Could photography be a way of bringing down Venezuela's high murder rate? Could teaching young people how to use a camera really be a way of combating violence and crime? Some people say yes, they can. Let's see why in this report.
15-year-old Jennifer wants to be a photographer. She lives in a slum district of Caracas in Venezuela, a country with high levels of violent crime.
Violence expresses itself in this neighborhood through clashes between youth gangs and criminal gangs. There's a lot of violent crime and robbery.
Ancla 2 is an educational cooperative founded in 2005 by a group of professional photographers to teach disadvantaged children how to write blogs and how to take photographs.
I did the photography course because I wanted to know how to take a picture, how to use a camera. What I learned is how to share with other people, how to meet other people, and I discovered that here in this neighborhood, many people really work at things which aren't crime.
Through photography, children can see their space, they check it out, they take pictures of it and even describe it because they write about what they see, which is easier than writing about what they think.
Rubbish is one of Jennifer's favourite subjects, and her blog encourages people to think about where they dump their rubbish.
I took photos of rubbish and wrote my thoughts about it in a blog. We can become aware as a community, and I want everyone to become aware in order to avoid these kinds of problems.
The most important thing is that they can see where they are and they started to see themselves as people, so their self-esteem improves. Through this blog, they can express their needs and demand their rights as citizens. They build up a blog which has become a space for community communication.
As usual, we would love to hear from you about your experiences. So let us know what you think about media and education. That's it for now. Goodbye.
Learning World in association with WISE, an initiative of Qatar Foundation.